How are we doing, telefolk? My name is Molly.
I'm Brian.
From Cascade Telemark, and today we're going to be introducing and talking a little bit about Rise of Telemark. Today we're in our friend Serge's shop, and we're going to be telling you a little bit about what he offers, what he provides, and how you can get into telemark skiing a little bit easier this season.
So Molly, Rise of Telemark kind of played a big role in you becoming a telemark skier. You want to say anything about that?
Definitely. I guess I started a season and a half ago on Telemark, and it would not have been possible without Rise of Telemark. They provided gear for me to be able to even try this sport. I always thought it looked fun, wanted an opportunity to get involved, but that wasn't plausible without the help of Rise of Telemark. I was lucky enough to be a part of World Telemark Day, meet some new friends, even get some of my friends on telemark skis because of Rise of Telemark and Serge's help.
When you're looking to buy NTN equipment, that's really when you're starting to spend a lot of money. It can be cheap to get into telemark if you're buying old gear at a thrift store. But to get out on the modern technology and experience modern telemark bindings, it's really great to have a resource like Rise of Telemark.
Without any further ado, let's get our friend Serge out here to tell us a little bit more about Rise of Telemark, what he does, and how it can serve you this season.
All right, well, thank you, Serge, for inviting us here and allowing us to use your space to talk about Telemark and your organization. Do you think you could tell us a little bit about what Rise of Telemark is, how it started, etc.?
Rise of Telemark started to promote the sport of telemark. I am fairly new to the sport. Mm-hmm. I knew for quite a few years that I am going to try telemark at some point, and then 4 or 5 years ago that time came and I put my alpine skis in the closet.
Meat grinder.
In the closet. I've spent quite a bit of money buying my own brand new telemark gear, and that way I didn't have an option to go back.
Yeah.
And I learned the teleturn. That experience, I loved it right away. So there was no way to go back for me. But I realized that that is quite an investment, and not everybody is willing or have the resources to spend that much money just to try a new sport. Anyway, so I started collecting some tele gear, offering it for rental as rentals,
right,
to just help people make it easier, so they don't have to invest money into the gear until they try it, and when they're sure they like it, they can start buying it or continue renting it, right?
Right.
And from there, I saw a need not just to have rentals, but the sport itself, the history of it, mm-hmm. and there's a little bit of stigma, telemark is dead, right? I met a lot of people on the hills, mm-hmm. from 70s to younger people that were excited about telemark, and so there was a need to help and promote the sport, do more just the rentals. Mm-hmm. So within the 3 years of existence, mm-hmm. we have added some great skis for demos that we believe are the best skis for telemark, and we also help organize and facilitate local telemark events.
And there's a lot of those going on this year.
There's quite a bit of those events this year.
With telemark coming back, and it's going to come into the mainstream in the next couple of years,
Totally.
You and I both know. What are you doing with Rise of Telemark this year to kind of keep that energy up and progress as an organization in the tele world?
We had a great success in the first 2 years, and that is exciting and inspiring. One area we didn't cover yet is kids. We have lots of gear for adults. Mm-hmm. For kids, it was more challenging. I have 11-year-old and 13-year-old. They are not little kids, but for them, regular NTN springs are pretty stiff. So this year we're bringing kids program will have several setups for kids aged 9 to 16.
That's boots and skis you'll have?
Boots and skis.
Okay.
Some of them will be NTN with super soft springs, and some of them will be 75. In fact, that will be the only 75 millimeter rentals. There will be several pairs of them with wise bindings and 75 millimeter skis.
And in your experience, kids have a little bit easier time with the 75 millimeter, just flexing the springs in general, or?
Absolutely, especially smaller kids. These are much softer bindings.
Right.
Easier for them to ski and bend the knee. A little bit bigger kids, 12 to 16, they can ski NTN with softer springs. They can do that, and there are softer springs for rotifeller bindings, and there's also 20 Designs recently introduced
Softer spring as well.
softer springs for their outlaw binding.
A lot of this stuff is interchangeable and customizable, so you can really cater a pair of these bindings to the skier. And I know you have some ability to set these setups up for people when they're demoing them.
Yes, we do set up for their levels, their skills, their height, weight,
Right.
to make it most comfortable for them to learn. So we also bring in demo fleet and some retail for Ripstick skis.
Okay.
Which
the
are
Elon Ripstick?
Elon Ripstick. There's the regular Ripstick, black Ripstick. These are super cool. They're stiffer. They are an awesome Telemark ski because of their asymmetrical construction. It helps with pressure on the uphill ski because the effective edge is shorter than on a downhill ski.
Oh,
The outside edge is shorter, so you don't kind of can cheat a little bit and don't need to put as much pressure to have the 50-50%.
Right. And by asymmetrical, you mean there's a right and a left ski.
Correct.
Right.
There's a right ski and left ski.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I skied on the Ripsticks Tele last year, and I can say they were one of the most friendly and just, they seemed to deal very well with whatever I threw at them.
they are great for everybody. They're just generally a great telemark ski. And we actually have done survey among telemark skiers, and Ripstick was on top of the list. Also, we're trying to provide visibility to our local ski and gear manufacturers. Liptech is one of them, and they have a great skis. They have very interesting technology, very interesting shape of the skis. So this year we also will have demo for almost every Liptech ski. And also this year we are gonna have a stock of Scarpa boots. Because Scarpa had some supply chain issues. This year we're gonna have the new boots.
All right, so Serge, can you tell us who Rise of Telemark is?
I cannot do everything myself on my own. I need help. I'm trying to get community involved as much as possible and help out wherever we all can. And so we do have several people involved with the project, and we call it Rise of Tele team. They are like-minded, very passionate telemark skiers, local skiers, and they help out. They make all these events that we're doing possible, and some of the team are present here right now. Is Brian and Molly, aka Cascade Telemark. We have Jacob Viper, who is an insane teleskier.
Very low to the ground.
Very low to the ground, and never uses poles. Yes, he is known as a Tele Jesus on Instagram. We have Chris Walsh, who is an awesome photographer and videographer, and helping out us along with Brian and Molly with our media material, tutorials, and other videos.
Stay tuned.
Last but not least, we have Crawford,
Telecraw.
Telecrow, aka Telecrow on Instagram, and he is
Speaks for himself.
he just speaks for himself.
Yeah. One thing that I think is really cool that Serge is doing is he's inviting people like Molly who have less experience with Telemark. Obviously, a lot of alpine skiing experience, but he's really trying to put people on this team that have varying degrees of Telemark experience to kind of help showcase the progression for people who are interested. And just to make the team approachable and exciting to people of all levels.
Yes, that, and also Telemark is all about the community. Best community I've ever experienced on the mountains.
It's a lot of footwork involved in spreading the word.
There's a lot of work that is not necessarily visible on Instagram or YouTube or even at the events.
Right. So, along with all of the gear that you've got set up for this season and just the stoke that you've built in general, we are doing a lot of events this year. I'm trying to attend a lot of events this year. I know you are as well. Can you tell us a little bit about some of those events?
Yes, sure. We have many events planned for this year. We're organizing the Tele Telemark movie tour stop here in Seattle area in Woodinville at 20 Corners Brewery.
Okay.
That's going to be on November 15th. It's Wednesday.
Maybe the only Telemark event that exists in the off-season in the Seattle area.
Correct.
Yeah.
Another important event for us is this first year Wenatchee Telemark Festival hosted at Mission Ridge, January 20th to 21st. And this is going to be a fun event inspired by European festivals like La Schieda and Telemark Only. And yeah, this is going to be a fun event. You definitely don't want to miss it. We also are involved in the new Try Telemark clinic events at Mount Hood Meadows and Cooper Spur this year. We're providing the telegear. What else is on our agenda is World Telemark Day, March 2nd at Mission Ridge. Then on March 3rd, we are doing Tele Day at White Pass Winter Carnival. And other events this spring are Sven and Glenn that is being organized by our friends, and we are sure going to attend that event. Also joining the West America NTN demo tour. There's their stop at 49 degrees on the weekend of March 23rd and 24th. Check out riseoftele.com. There's an events menu. We maintain a list of our events with all the details, a list of events happening in Pacific Northwest. And as well as this year, we added a list of World Telemark events and festivals covering all of the United States and Europe.
Very cool. Well, Serge, thank you very much for letting us come and chat with you about Rise of Telemark and also showing off your new fleet. I'm very excited to try some of these skis. And I know Molly and I are both excited to get to some of these events and help Rise of Tele make them as good as they can be and also meet lots of new people, hopefully, that are interested in trying Telemark.
Well, thank you guys. I'm very happy to have you on the team and sharing this passion and just spreading the word of Telemark.
We need more tele skiers out there for sure.
We do, and we'll have more this year and the next year until we take over the world.
Yep, it's indoctrination.
So big shout out here to Rise of Telemark. Thanks for the space. Thanks for the stoke. Really has made not only my Telemark journey possible, but is hopefully going to make lots of your journeys possible this season too. Make sure you subscribe and like our channel on Cascade Tele. We're on Instagram and YouTube, obviously. We're going to be making a lot more media this year, content about what telemark is, how you can get involved, how you can improve your skills. So keep an eye out for that and make sure that you're watching.